Tell everyone you know. The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. ¿Cómo decirte que te quiero? Que muero por tu amor. Yo no he perdido la ilusión, ni el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Bailando, tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, me sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, Makudi, where we bring you the moments of your life. And I am Benjamin Kuji. On the show today, we will be talking about something very interesting. We'll be talking about Nigeria's most iconic rivalries. Which country do you think Nigeria consider as its bitter rival in football? Is it Cameroon, Ghana, or what do you think? You let us know in the course of the show. You let us know what you think about the country that you feel that Nigeria has a bitter rivalry with. But before then, let's just talk about some few sporting events that happened over some times ago. Let's go to basketball. The Bolton Celtics. The Bolton Celtics actually snapped Los Angeles Lakers by breaking their winning streak. Well, they have been going on a 8 games winning streak without losing, and the Bolton Celtics defeated them of recent, and the Bolton Celtics defeated the Los Angeles Lakers by 111 points to 101. As if that was not enough, LeBron James also got injured during the match, and it's like he's going to miss some matches, and we know what LeBron James can bring to the team. We've been talking about how he has broken a lot of records, and now he's out. So it's going to be a very difficult one for the Los Angeles Lakers. We have players like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They did very, very well during this match, and they were the main players of the match. And going to other news, we want to talk about Donald Trump. He's also talking something in sport. America is hosting the next World Cup, which is coming up next year. President Trump has created a task force to oversee the preparation for the 2026 World Cup. Trump created, it's an executive order to set up a task force so they can make sure that the whole of the event goes smoothly. Surprisingly, that task force is headed by he himself. He's the chairman of the task force, and the vice president is also the vice chairman of that task force. Okay, you can be a part of this show when you call our numbers, because we want to go into the show proper. You can call our numbers when we put our lines open. You can call us on 080-8427-5464. I take it again, 080-8427-5464. And you can also make your comments to be heard on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. You can comment there and we'll read your comment here live. So let's go into our main discourse today. Despite the evolution of football in Africa, sport fans still consider certain countries, certain clubs, certain individuals as rivals. Nigeria, for example, consider Cameroon and Ghana as rivals. But what led to this and why? What led to this and why? We want to hear your comment on this. Why do Nigeria consider Ghana? Is it Ghana or even Cameroon? I don't even know which one. But you can let us know which country Nigeria consider as a rival in football. I have some statistics here. Head-to-head, Nigeria over and Cameroon. Nigeria and Cameroon head-to-head. Nigeria and Cameroon, they've played 26 matches. Nigeria have played 26 matches with Cameroon. Nigeria have won 13. They've lost 8 and draw 5. This is the head-to-head. I think Nigeria has the upper hand against Cameroon. Nigeria also there's also head-to-head with Nigeria and Ghana. I think Nigeria and Ghana have played a lot of matches. But these matches is not restricted to, let's say, the AFCON or the World Cup. No, it involved the FIFA World Cup, international friendlies, invitationals, and AFCON or all such competition. This is the whole data that we are giving you here. Head-to-head, Nigeria and Ghana, they've played 56 matches. Nigeria won 22. They lost 13 and they draw 21. So would you say that Ghana is a rival to Nigeria? Would you say Cameroon are actually the rival to Nigeria? If we are talking of derbies, although we will not say it's a derby between Nigeria and Cameroon, because Nigeria is West Africa, while Cameroon is Central Africa. So we will not say it's a derby, but I think Nigeria and Ghana, we can say it's a West African derby. So let's hear your views. Let's hear your views and what you have to say about this. If you call our number 080-8427-5464. I'll take it again. 080-8427-5464. Okay. Over the period of these matches we are talking, I think one of the heated debates a Cameroonian will tell you is that the Cameroonians have had some edge over Nigeria. They won 3 solid AFCON finals 3 solid AFCON finals when they played Nigeria. Yes, they played in 1984. In 1984, Cameroon won. Cameroon won by 3-1. 3-1. They defeated Nigeria 3-1 with players like Roger Milla. If you all remember Roger Milla, I can't forget his dance during the World Cup. One of the World Cup, he scored, and that is iconic dance. If you remember Roger Milla, they played against Nigeria, Theophilus Abega. And on the Nigerian side, you have players like Stephen Keshi, Muda Lawal, and that was how we ended. Cameroon had that one over Nigeria, 3-1. In the 1988 AFCON, also the finals, Cameroon also defeated Nigeria by a lone goal. That lone goal was scored by Emmanuel Koundé. Ebiegbe impeded Roger Milla, and it was given a penalty where Emmanuel Koundé fired past Peter Rufai. If we remember, that's one of our legendary goalkeepers. Peter Rufai. You cannot talk about Nigeria goalkeeping without talking about Peter Rufai. Nigeria lost that one to Cameroon, and the third AFCON, Cameroon also won against Nigeria. That is in 2000. That AFCON finals 2000 was co-hosted by Nigeria and Ghana. If you remember that AFCON, it was very, very interesting. I think they were using it to experiment co-hosting of competition. Nigeria hosted. The opening ceremony was done in Ghana, and the finals, the closing ceremony was actually done in Nigeria. And Nigeria played the final against Cameroon. And that one was also one match that we will not forget in a hurry. During the first half, before we could understand anything, Cameroon were 2 goals up. Goals that were scored by Samuel Eto'o and Patrick Mboma. If you remember those names, Samuel Eto'o. The other day we gave you news about Samuel Eto'o, who has been on ban for some things, and he took the CAF to Court of Arbitration for Sport, and he won his case, and he is going to contest in the CAF board. So Samuel Eto'o actually scored one of the goals, and Patrick Mboma also scored in the first half. It was a very dicey one. You know, Nigerians, when you are facing that crowd, and that crowd, it was 60,000 capacity in the National Stadium in Lagos. It was filled to the brim, and wow, first half 2-0. Although Nigeria were able to rally before the end of the first half, Nigeria scored 1 goal to reduce the deficit. Then the second half, if we can remember that, JJ Okocha equalized, big player. He equalized the second goal, and the whole game went into extra time. At extra time, I think that was when Cameroon defeated Nigeria on penalties, 4-3 on penalties. We remember players like Samuel Eto'o, Rico Betsong. I think he's a coach now. Rico Betsong is a coach now, and he's doing very, very well. Just keep wondering why our big players have not become coaches. Players like JJ Okocha, Kanu Nwankwo, John Utaka, and the likes of them, Taribo West. Those were big players. They are legends. They are Nigerian legends. So you can also be part of this show. We want to actually hear from you. Which country do you think is Nigerian rivals? Call us on our numbers 080-8427-5464. 080-8427-5464. Yeah, those 3 matches we just talked about. Cameroon, I beg your pardon, Cameroon actually did it against Nigeria 3 times consecutively in the finals. So I think that one can be very, very hurtful and painful. Nigeria didn't find those moments very, very easy, and they lost to Cameroon. Cameroon did it over them. Then the next time Nigeria met Cameroon was in 2002. 2002. When we were playing that match, Eto'o was a big player. Eto'o was still in that match. He slotted the goal past Vincent Enyama, but JJ Okocha equalized the match, and then John Utaka scored the winner. I can remember that match. I watched that match, and it was very, very sweet. After losing 3 finals to the Cameroonians, Nigeria were able to rally, and this time around they won. Then in 2019, Odion Igalo scored 2 goals. 2 goals. I think Nigeria won that match 3-2. Nigeria won that match 3-2. And Odion Igalo scored 2 of those goals, while Alex Iwobi netted the winner. And that was how the match ended. Nigeria won that one. Then the last AFCON, we are talking about the last AFCON 2014, which just finished last year. Nigeria also played against Cameroon, and it was also a very sweet one. There were a lot of talks about that match. Even Nigeria, as at that time, the team were not balanced. Cameroon also, their team were not balanced. But I remember on social media there was a lot of banter between Nigerian fans and South African fans. Cameroon, I don't know why I keep saying South Africa. Nigerian fans and Cameroonian fans, maybe because of recent, the banter is always between Nigeria and South Africa. And we still have some games to play. Let's see as that one will go. The last AFCON, during there was a lot of banter between Nigeria and Cameroon. I remember there was a Cameroonian fan that made a song. The song is on Facebook. He made a song and saying how they would defeat Nigeria. And after the match, trust Nigerians. A lot of Nigeria had to reply him with songs, good songs, and those songs were actually good, and it was worth it. So Nigeria won that one 2-0, if you can remember. Ademola Lookman scored those 2 goals, and Nigeria won that one 2-1. So you can be part of the show. You can contribute and tell us Nigeria. If it may not be Cameroon or Ghana, who do you think is our rivals? Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Happy Sunday to you.
I wish you the same. Who are we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Yours truly, yours faithful MC Oliver Nikia.
MC
better
Oliver.
known as Busy Brand, the king of sports in Abinga here in a lady.
You're welcome.
Talking about the indomitable lions of Cameroon and the Black Stars of Ghana.
Yes.
And in fact, these 2 countries, they have been so big bitter rivals to Nigeria with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We always have a challenge playing with them. We begin by saying back in the days, we used to have trouble playing with the Cameroon, just like you highlighted earlier. When the likes of Patrice Mbama and Samuel Eto'o, they will be in the pitch.
Yes.
They will always make sure they score against Nigeria, and they will always make sure that they take on the victory against the Super Eagles.
Yes.
So they have been a big rival to us. And recently, Ghana, the Ghanaians, the Black Stars of Ghana, they have also been troubling us. You can remember the last time we played with them at Oyo Township Stadium, or it go to Akpabio.
Yeah.
Yes, when we played there, it was a match that we were supposed to win, but we end up playing goalless with them or 1-1 with them, and that was not even to qualify. We played 0-0 in Ghana, and when they came here, they defeated us 1-0. Yes, that triggers a lot of fans, which they destroy things in the stadium.
Yes.
So these two countries, me, I cannot just choose one that this is our rival because we have been happening to us both the Indomitable Lions and the Black Stars.
Yes.
So I would say I don't know who I would just be for now. It's just a 50-50 rival country to Nigeria.
But you remember that Cameroon did it 3 times in the AFCON against Nigeria finals.
I remember, yes. That is the Cameroon. So let me take Cameroon as a bitter rival to Nigeria.
All right, thank you for calling.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you too. Busy Brain said it's dicey. It's difficult to pick between Cameroon and Ghana. Which of the nation is the bitter rival to Nigeria? Because the both of them has always given us problem. They've given us a lot of problems. We just finished talking about the Cameroon team and our head-to-head with them. Let's just take a look at the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians, like I said earlier, Nigeria had played a lot of matches with the Ghanaian team. Nigeria have played a lot of matches. We've played 56 matches, both international friendlies, FIFA World Cup qualifiers, international friendlies, invitationals, and other cups that we cannot even mention there, but a total of 56 matches, of which Nigeria have won 22. Ghana won 13, while they've played 21 draws. That is the situation. And Ghana, of recent, Ghana has become, Ghana is one big footballing nation. You cannot take it from there. They have 4 AFCON trophies. Cameroon have 5. The Ghanaians have 4. Nigeria have 3. So you can see how tight it is. So in 2002, Nigeria played against Ghana. Nigeria won by a lone goal. The goal was scored by Garba Lawal, and it was a late winner. In that match, I can remember very, very well that match. In that match where Ike Shoruma collapsed on the pitch when he colluded with a Ghanaian player. He colluded with a Ghanaian player and he was stretchered off the pitch. He was actually given oxygen to revive him. That match, Nigeria won by a lone goal. In 2002, we also had a World Cup qualifiers with Ghana that ended in a goalless draw. That match was also very, very difficult match. I remember that match. Taribo was actually warning a Ghanaian midfielder. He warned him because that guy was very, very skillful. I can't remember his name now. He was very, very skillful, and Taribo warned him that if he continued to show his skills, that was before the match when Taribo met him and told him that if you want to show that you are a skillful player, maybe you have to leave this stadium with serious injuries. It was that player that came. I think he granted BBC that interview, and he said that was what Taribo told him. And when he went into the match, he said he was overwhelmed when he saw the caliber of players. And Nigeria has always had that big time player, big names. So because of that, he was overwhelmed. He couldn't actually perform, and I think the match ended in a goalless draw. In 2008, Nigeria played against Ghana also, and it ended. I think the game ended Nigeria winning the game. Yakubu Ayegbeni, if you remember, another of our legend, Yakubu Ayegbeni, he converted from the spot to give Nigeria the match. And in that match, another controversy about that match was that Nigeria celebrated the goal in mockery of how Ghanaians, when they score, they do this kangaroo, this dance they call it the kangaroo dance. So when Nigeria actually scored against Ghanaians, they actually celebrated like the Ghanaians would have celebrated. And that one also caused a lot of talks that time, and there were talk. Although that time the social media was not as it is now. If not, there would have been a lot of banter. In 2010, if we can remember 2010, it's not too far. Ghana won by a lone goal from Asamoah Gyan. Asamoah Gyan, if you remember Asamoah Gyan, after the World Cup where Luis Suarez pulled a goal-bound ball out of the net, and he was given the penalty to take, and he ballooned the ball. And after that Ghanaians gave him death threats, and because of that, he had to retire from international football. That one, actually, he scored the only goal that made Ghana. It was in the AFCON. It made Ghana to qualify to the finals. Nigeria couldn't go to the finals, and they had to wait for the third place in that one. Then in 2022 World Cup qualifier, the one that Busy Brain just talked about, the first leg ended goalless in Ghana. And when we came back to Nigeria, we're all hopeful if we can go and play a goalless draw with Ghana in Kumasi. Coming back in Nigeria, we have everything to defeat Ghana, and we received the shock of our life. Ghana ended up defeating Nigeria by a lone goal. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Who they talk now?
Hello.
Who they talk?
It's like that one didn't call. Also, he called just to play. So as we were saying, the match ended in the Ghanaians' favor, and that match turned into the whole stadium the fans were so angry, they encroached into the pitch, and they vandalized a lot of things in the stadium because of the anger. No, we don't want to lose against Ghana. And before this match, the match in Kumasi, there were also controversies. The Nigerian team landed in Kumasi airport, and the Ghanaians didn't welcome them. The plane, the steps which was supposed to be placed for the plane that the players will come down, there was no step for them. They had to bring scaffold. The players had to come down from the plane with scaffold. And the Nigerian team were very, very angry. And when they came to Lagos, they paid them in their own coin. And in that way, what Nigeria did was they were training at night. And then I don't know if it was deliberate, but when they were training, the light went off. Because I would say in Nigeria, our lights can be very erratic. But they said it was deliberate. I don't know. But the light went off and they couldn't train. That was what Nigeria did to them. So Nigeria and Ghana and Cameroon, I don't know which you would think you would pick as your the rivals for the best rivals. I'll put it like in that way, the best rivals against the Nigerian best rivals. That's how I want to put it. But maybe we'll bring up this topic another day and we'll talk about it. So let's just go to the scores for today's game. Chelsea defeated Leicester by a lone goal. Tottenham played a goalless draw with Bournemouth. Arsenal and Manchester United are actually playing right now. They are on the 50 minutes, and Manchester United is winning by a lone goal. Let's see as that will be. On behalf of myself and everybody here, I want to call it a day for today. Much appreciation to King James and his wife Memshima, and Japhet and Ted, who is not here today, and also Tahava Gizwa. Benjamin, I'm saying have a nice day.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.